Hello everyone, welcome back to the IndieGeekGuy channel and welcome back to some more Hannibal. The show when you just don't think it could get any more cliffhangery gets more cliffhangery. Okay, that did sound a little bit like a weird mix between diarrhea and hanger, and I'm just gonna go with it, I guess. I'm just gonna roll with it. So last time, at the end of the episode, Chilton got the back of his head blown out, it looked like. It looked pretty explosive. It appears that Miriam was kind of programmed, brainwashed into thinking that that Frederick was the Chesapeake Ripper. He was who kidnapped her and cut her arm off and all this other stuff. It was this grand scheme to get out of jail free card for Hannibal to put someone else in the frame when he needed to do it. So maybe we're going to see the fallout of that this time round. But on top of that, Will is free as a bird, to be out there doing his thing and obsess over Hannibal in the open air. And he's got all dressed up nice and tidily for Hannibal, like, hey boo, I'm coming back to my therapy sessions, how you doing? So I suspect we're going to be doing a bit of a cat and mouse game for a little bit here as Will tries to trip Hannibal up into something which he can use against him. Hannibal's going to be trying to push forward with this friendship that he wants with Will and trying to figure out what exactly that might look like and how he could make that work. And then we've got Jack in the middle, who I think has a lot of doubt about what's going on. I don't think he believes that Chilton is the actual Ripper. Like, he had that moment of, this guy ain't it. This guy ain't it. All right, I know this guy. I've known him for a while now, and yeah, this isn't his thing. So it seems like all is to play for everyone still, and we know where Jack and Hannibal's going to be at the end of the season, but how do we get there? And there might be some more yucky kissy time with Alana and Hannibal, which still not here for that. I'll also say here in this juncture of the video, my throat, you might be able to tell, is a little bit scratchy. It's a little bit scratchy today. It's not too bad, but it might just lead to me like over my words a little bit, you know, just be prepared for that. But before we crack into this next episode, please remember to hit the thumbs up button if you enjoy the reaction and the review that happens afterwards. And also, if you do enjoy it, consider hitting the subscribe button, you know, do the thing. Press the little button down there, show some support. You might not regret it. I hope not. I feel like I've sold this really. Yeah, that'll do it. That will get people to hit the button, just wailing in pain as you try to convince people to subscribe. That's smart. Good plays were made today. There are also social links down below, including the Discord channel and my Twitch channel. We play games over there, we chat, we have a laugh. It's a good time. You should consider coming over and hanging out. It'd be fun. It'd be good to see you over there. But without further ado, let's jump into this episode of Hannibal, see what fuckery happens, because there's bound to be more of that. I'm excited. It's a good show. Long may it rain. Never end. I don't know how to segue into the actual episode reaction now. Let's go. Ooh, fishing trip. Ice fishing trip as well.
So how do you catch a fish that isn't hungry?
Use live bait that moves and excites them to action. You got to make him bite. Okay,
well, this is just one big metaphor for what Will's doing with Hannibal, huh?
I'm a good fisherman, Jack.
Yeah, I bet you are. Dangle yourself out for bait. We'll see how that goes. Please mean that this is Will and Jack working together.
Beautiful fish, Will.
It was my turn to provide the meat.
All this snow is making me feel like this is the Hannibal Christmas special.
Feels like she's still pregnant.
There's going to be a body inside this horse. I swear to God. I swear to God.
Yeah, there's something in here, all right.
Yep, it's going to be a human body. There it is. I hate being right sometimes. I hate being right sometimes. What the fuck is this? What's happening? Why? Fuck's sake, this goddamn show.
She was scrappy. She put up a fight, Jack.
Good for her. I would expect so. Being shoved inside a horse.
This is every bit as much about giving life as it is taking it. I see what he's done. I don't understand why he's done it. This killer doesn't think like anyone else, Jack.
I think Hannibal enjoys this new role. He's lapping it up. Is that what you hoped to accomplish when you attacked your brother?
Well, apparently I went about putting him down the wrong way. He's still alive.
Doing bad things to bad people makes us feel good. What's your relationship with him now?
Interesting. You say that, Hannibal. I feel like
I think he thinks
there's a little bit of you in that. At least how you think about things. Okay, I don't like this body fondling that's going on right now. If it's Alana and Hannibal, I'm gonna be icky. Icky time.
The only thing stranger than finding a woman inside a horse is seeing you back in therapy with Will Graham.
Is it strange though? Alana, I don't think you're seeing between the lines at all. At all.
Packed it in there real good, too. It's not even on her teeth.
Oh!
The fuck?
Dropped it.
The fuck is that?
Thanks.
Maybe she's wearing like masks or some shit.
Should be able to figure out where it came from. She has a heartbeat.
What? What? Is there something else inside of her? What the fuck is this? It's like Inception, but body parts? Is there a baby horse inside her? That's a bird. That's a bird. That bird has had one hell of a week. What the fuck? What the fuck is going... So did they, like, put an egg inside her and it hatched? And then put her inside... What the fuck is going on? Well, sort this out. Figure this shit out, please. Alright, well, she's already dead at this stage? Does she have a bird inside her, though?
I took your life.
Oh, you
Tried to give it back to you.
literally just put a bird in there. There goes the egg theory, I guess.
That the forces of death and biology will bring you rebirth.
Right, rebirth. That's the theme. That's clearly the theme of the episode.
He considers himself a healer.
How is this healing?
Sarah Kramer was
Rebirthing.
reborn. This wasn't murder, Jack.
Interesting. So we're just looking for a really sad, stable hand? Oh, shit. I know this actor. I can't place him right now, but I recognize him. Wasn't he in Saving Private Ryan? Right?
There was a bird in her chest. You heard about that?
Was the bird alive?
That's what he's most interested in. That's what he's most interested in.
Are you feeling under stress?
Yeah, I'm worried about the bird. Worried about the bird.
Where is this going? I mean, he's clearly suspect number one, but it also feels a little too obvious.
I don't know if he's the killer, Jack. If he is, he never meant to be. And if he isn't, he knows who is.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. Like, maybe he found the girl after the fact? Or knew it was happening, something along those lines, maybe?
How does it feel consulting again with Jack Crawford and the FBI? Last time it nearly destroyed you.
The last time you nearly destroyed me.
He's just saying it, just going right to his face. Yo, this is how it was. I mean, Will was showing so much self-control with what he knows and what he experienced.
I need to know if you're going to try to kill me again, Will.
I don't want to kill you anymore, Dr. Lecter. Not now that I finally find you interesting.
Oh shit, it's come back round. It's come back round. And there's the smile again. Fucking of course. Fucking of course. Alright, Will. Alright, buddy. Where are we heading? What the fuck's happened here? Mass grave? What's this?
Peter Bernardone knew about Sarah Kraber's grave, and he knew about all the others.
Oh, that fucking transition. Stop it, show. Stop being good at things.
I believe my brother won't stop.
You're optimistic you can stop this from happening again.
Oh, I know how to stop it.
If you really want to kill your brother, Margot, wait until you can get away with it. Find someone to do it for you.
Best advice from a killer you could ever hope to get.
I wanted you to find me. I wanted you to find me because if you could find me, you could find him.
Someone only you can see. Someone you considered a friend.
Must be the brother, right? It has to be the brother, or the brother's just a massive red herring. Herring? Jesus Christ.
You don't seem to feel sorry for your client. A surprising lack of empathy in a social worker.
Yeah, right?
Peter Bernardone has accused me of killing 16 women. What are you writing down?
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to make you feel uncomfortable.
She keeps pushing him on his feelings, not on the facts. She's trying to gauge how comfortable he is with emotion, if he has any. His eyes are dead. He's a predator.
Yeah, he creeped me out immediately. The actor's doing a great job. Because I was like, this guy, I'm saying big no on this guy.
I feel like I don't want to be here anymore. So, if you're not detaining me, I'd like to be on my way now.
Can you stop smiling like such a fucking creep? Please. Please.
Peter Bernardone is psychologically disadvantaged. As his social worker, this man is in a position of trust, and he has betrayed that trust.
Oh, that sounds familiar. Like a certain therapist and patient we all know. There's a lot of very, I don't want to say on the nose metaphors in this episode, but the metaphors are coming thick, fast and heavy this time round.
You weren't worthy of them.
You killed him. You killed him.
If I had killed them, it would be because they were worthy of me.
I think creepy guy might be dead. Might push a little bit too hard.
Peter Bernardone lies in the same darkness that holds you.
I'm alone in that darkness.
You're not alone, Will. I'm standing right beside you.
There's that hand of friendship, ever extending. Trust me, Will, I will look after you. Best buddies.
Is your social worker in that horse?
Yeah. I think he deserves to die.
But you didn't deserve to kill him, Peter.
Oh my god, it's like Will's just looking into a mirror of himself right now, or himself a few episodes, well, a season ago, I guess, at this point. It's like he's literally trying to save himself, or a version of himself.
I think I hate him.
I envy you your hate. Makes it easier when you know how to feel.
I didn't kill him.
He's still alive? He's still alive inside the horse? Oh no! Oh no! I mean, he's awful, but that's... There's a rebirth for you, though. A rebirth where he actually gets to be alive on the way out. And he's stuck in a room with Hannibal Lecter. Brilliant. Good for him. Oh, that's a face.
Might want to crawl back in there if you know what's good for you. It won't feel like killing me.
It doesn't have to.
If you're going to do this, Will, you have to do it for yourself.
Please don't.
What the fuck is going on?
To remain silent, Mr. Ingram.
Hannibal's weirdly trying to save his soul a little bit.
This is not...
Oof. Oof.
I can whisper through the chrysalis, but what hatches follows its own nature and is beyond me.
God, Jesus Christ. Okay there. So was the social worker Margot? I think her name was Margot's brother. She must have been, right? That's how Hannibal was getting the information he needed. Okay, let's go. Let's talk about this. Alrighty, well, that was an interesting episode. I feel like this episode was kind of like a needed... It wasn't like a reset, but it was like a sort of soft re-entry in a weird kind of way. It was like purposely holding a mirror to Will quite a lot, and sort of the new status quo that we're now living in. I love that the episode opened with Jack and Will basically just having a big old metaphor talk about how they're going to catch the Chesapeake Ripper. Now, obviously, at this point, it seems like Jack still needs some convincing that it is indeed Hannibal, but he wants to be on side with Will and to work together to meet the end that they both want. And I love that just big old metaphor dump that was just like, hey, this is the plan, this is what we're gonna do. and then from there the metaphors just kept flowing. Like this whole episode was basically Will dealing with what he had been through in his new state of mind via having it slightly replicated in a slightly different way, but more or less replicated. You had a guy who has a brain injury that is affecting his ability to think straight, and it's being manipulated by a guy with power over him. And, you know, it is very much obviously a representation of what Will and Hannibal went through in season 1 and beyond. But I feel what the point of that is basically to see how Will reacts to it. Like at this stage of where he's at, where he feels like he's more in control of himself now. He knows what he wants, more or less. He knows what he's aiming towards. And how is he going to react to seeing someone basically in the same situation he was in a little while ago? Like what does he wish he could have done in that moment that he couldn't do, basically? And then even more interestingly, Hannibal coming in with the soul-saving moment. Like this is not what you wanted, Will. This is not how you want this to go down. I'm going to stop you because, hey, I like you and I want what I believe your best interest to be fulfilled in a weird, twisted kind of way. I do kind of love how this new status quo is Will doesn't have to pretend about what Hannibal is when it's just the two of them talking, but Hannibal still has to be hidden. And it's this weird power dynamic now where a little bit, not massively so, but a little bit, it feels like Hannibal is slightly more on the back foot than he's ever been previously. Like he's constantly got to keep on top of things, which is an interesting dynamic to watch. But also it's clear that Hannibal is interested and proud of Will's like potential that is being explored. Basically, he just wants to see where this is going to go. Once again, he's back in that realm of where is Will going to go? I find this guy's mind fascinating and I want to see where it's going to go and what he's going to do. And he's always has these little moments where he's just proud of his boy, you know? He's just so happy he's there again, back in the chair, doing things, saying things that makes him smile. Unfortunately, we had some more yucky Hannibal, Alana Bloom. Just bleh. Now, I feel you're meant to feel bleh about it, right? You're meant to feel like, ugh, this is just and you're meant to feel frustrated by how Alana, who previously had been such a paragon in the show and seemingly could see things between the lines and all that stuff, and she is now just completely blinded by her respect and admiration for Hannibal, or at least the version of Hannibal who she believes she knows and understands. Like she's completely under that spell, which is frustrating. I still smell trouble in her future, and it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad because she's deep under that spell right now. All I can say is thank God that we got a scene of her being smart and just pushing the right buttons on that social worker guy, like in that interview, because like in that moment she was in control of that room. She had every response she wanted to get out of him to sort of trip him up and all of that stuff. And the actor playing the social worker did a really good job, because even though he was like being friendly, it was like too friendly. You know what I mean? It was like, that smile's creepy, his eyes are creepy, like then Will says he's dead behind the eyes, he's a predator. He's like, you're damn right he is. This guy is not good news the second he came on the screen. And thank God he did come on the screen, honestly. Usually I'm a bit like dubious towards having characters just come out of nowhere and then they being the killer because they've just shown up. But I do think that unless I've got this wrong, I don't know if I've got this right or wrong, but I'm fairly sure that the other patient that Hannibal was seeing in the episode was the sister of the social worker, and that's how Hannibal was able to piece things together. So they were setting him up throughout the episode. It just, I don't know, I think it just took me a while to just click that. I knew they'd be connected, because why else would it be happening? Like, there has to be a connection there, but I was like, what are we setting up here? There's a third party that we don't know who it is for the longest time, and then this guy just kind of shows up and it's this guy. Okay, fine. Unless I've got that completely wrong, which is entirely possible. But no, I enjoyed the mystery of this episode as it was building up. I liked how it was a reflection of Will and Hannibal's relationship and everything that has gone on up to this point. That's why it felt like this kind of breath of fresh air reset where Will is working with Jack again, everyone's shaking hands, making up, the new dynamics are all flowing, and we just had this moment of, well, that's where we were and this is where we are now. Where do we go from here? That was kind of the overall vibe that this episode gave me. I really loved how many times characters, mainly Will, were just saying it as it was. Like, they didn't bullshit around. They were just like, yep, I know, yep, yeah. Just straight talking, which doesn't happen very often in this show. So it was kind of, again, this weird, just kind of new breath of energy where people were just talking straight. Just no bullshittery. Like, I know who you are, you know who I am. Let's fucking hash this out a little bit. I was a bit worried during the episode that we were going to get like a dual personality Fight Club. Spoilers for Fight Club, sorry. When Will was talking to, I think his name was Peter, that have you got a shadow, someone only you know, I was kind of worried that we were going to stray into that territory. Not that I don't think Hannibal, the show, would be not capable of doing that kind of story. I just think it's become a bit of a cliche in TV and movies now. So I'm happy it did stare off to a different direction, and it was, honestly, like in terms of what the show is, it was a more interesting thing where it turned out to be, oh, it's that same misuse of power and a dynamic between two people being manipulated, and it worked better for the overall story that the show is telling. Because Hannibal's a really great show for intertwining its A plot and its B plot and making them relate to one another in a meaningful way. You know, it's not like most shows where you have your main A story that's going on, that's usually a thread through the series or whatever the case may be, but then you'll throw in these little B plots that are just basically a mini adventure for your other characters to go on and enjoy. But in this show, they do a really great job of just constantly interweaving those things in thematic and metaphorical ways, and then often in climactic ways when everything comes to a head. So that's one of my, like, I think if I can praise this show for one thing in particular, I mean, there's a list of things I can praise this show for, but I think the thing I enjoy the most, especially in writing terms, it's how well they're able to do that. It just doesn't feel like there's a minute wasted in any of these episodes. Like, everything means something to someone or the story, and all the things push things forward, and it's great. It's great. But yeah, I'm excited to see where this new status quo of things is going to send us, not just for this season, but where the future third season is going to take us now that Hannibal and Will are in this mind game with one another, where we had the line, Will's like, I find you interesting now, and I want to see where this takes me. He's like in the same headspace as Hannibal, whereas Hannibal was like, I find you interesting, I want to see where this goes, and Will's in the exact same headspace, whilst also having a bit of anger driving him as well. So yeah, I'm fully in on this new dynamic and to see where they go. It's almost like Sherlock Holmes, but both characters are Sherlock Holmes. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, what would it be like if we had, rather than Sherlock and Watson, if it was two Sherlocks who were constantly fascinated by each other, but also angry at each other, or trying to understand one another, and this constant battle of wits. Like, it's interesting. It is genuinely an interesting dynamic, and it's probably going to explode at some point. But yeah, going forward immediately, I'm looking forward to see how Will's going to react to Hannibal kind of standing there to stop him from killing someone, where this entire time it's been Hannibal sort of pushing and edging Will to murderous thoughts and ways, and here he did the exact opposite, stopped him. And yeah, I'm wondering where that's going to go. It seems like it's part of Hannibal's, like, I want us to be friends play. Like, I'm looking out for your best interests, and I know this isn't what you actually want, so I'm going to stop you. So I'm interested to see how Will's going to actually react to that in this very, like, intimate moment the two of them had there at the end. And I wonder if that's going to paint a different inflection on the situation when Jack goes for Hannibal, as we know it's coming. where Will's going to be during all that. Like how he's going to be thinking and feeling about those events, and if he's on board with it, if he's been shaken up in a different way. It's interesting. Like it's like this mystery, the mystery of the end of the season. Obviously, we know Hannibal and Jack coming to blows. The mystery is where is Will in this? Where is Will in this confrontation? Whose side is he on there? Like what's happened? That's the mystery of the finale, I guess. But yeah, another solid episode. I really liked it. All the metaphors, the themes, all that rebirth stuff. This idea of Will being rebirthed alongside all these events that are taking place, where Will is in a different headspace now to where we've ever seen him previously. And how is Hannibal going to use that to his advantage? Like, it's a whole thing, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see where this is going to go. Again, apologies if my voice has been a bit scratchy and I'm a bit sniffly and, you know, and I don't know, just a bit crazy on this video because, you know, apparently I'm dying a little bit. So apologies for that. I hope you struggled through with me on this one, but I had a good time. Hope you did. See you next time for some more horse stuffing action, because that's entirely what this show's about now, apparently. Thank you for watching this one, guys. If you enjoyed it, please press the thumbs up button. It helps me know you liked it. Helps it get seen by more people. Also consider supporting the channel and pressing the subscribe button so you won't miss any future videos. There are social links down below, including Twitch and Discord. Hope to see you there. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you on the next one.